What makes someone toxic? We make active choices throughout our lives to either treat others and ourselves with dignity and respect, or to do the opposite. We've compiled a list of behaviors that are key warning signs that you or someone in your life may have a negative effect on others. Here are the top 10 most toxic personality traits. Number 10. Emotional vampires. These people are known for never having anything good to say. No matter the conversation, they always find the negative within a situation. Emotional vampires are defined by their pessimistic outlook and need to bring everyone down with them. They can't celebrate their friends' successes and will often turn even the most positive topics sour by pointing out the likelihood of failure and disappointment when someone expresses excitement to them. Number 9. Gossiping. People who have low self-esteem and feel poorly about themselves gain a temporary sense of power when passing negative judgment on others. Gossiping is a symptom of envy, which is exhibited by emotionally violent, immature people. Surrounding yourself with people who talk trash about others is almost a sure way to become one yourself. Those who partake in this pastime are often susceptible to self-centered fears. Just as they pass judgment on others, they are crippled by the fear that people are talking about them behind their own back. Number 8. The new best friend. Have you ever met someone and you just immediately click? Suddenly, you're hanging out with them every day, texting nonstop. It's an exciting feeling. In the beginning, they may seem to share your values, but as time passes, they may show their true colors. This person may appear to be your friend, but once you break the surface, you'll begin to realize that they look at you as competition. As you grow closer, it becomes clear that their motive to create this closeness is not out of admiration or love, rather, a deep desire to keep tabs on what you're doing. They may even begin to exhibit other toxic traits, such as trying to manipulate you, draining your energy, obvious jealousy, and gossiping behind your back. The list goes on. If you begin to wonder how you ever lived without them, or you sense that something is off, beware. It's a beautiful thing to find kinship among other people, but tread lightly if they lack boundaries or exhibit extreme behaviors. Always trust your gut. Number 7. Self-pity. Playing the victim is undoubtedly one of the most frustrating things to deal with when trying to confront someone about their behavior. This tactic is often used by manipulative individuals who cannot take responsibility for their own choices. They genuinely believe that others are the cause of their own suffering. This behavior is an exaggeration or direct fabrication of victimhood, which stems from a variety of reasons: to justify abusing others, manipulating them, as a means of seeking attention, a coping mechanism, or an all-out diffusion of responsibility. They feel powerless and pity themselves, using others as a scapegoat for the mistakes they've made. Number 6. Inauthentic. Someone who is inauthentic deeply hates themselves. Their own low self-esteem makes them bitter, leading them to drag others down with them. They're so concerned about their reputation and put great importance on it, rather than the quality of their character. They will often put themselves on a pedestal, and despite their own insecurities, they often think of themselves as above everyone else because they uphold societal standards. People who are inauthentic are often people pleasers with unrealistic perceptions of those around them, looking at others as stepping stones to get where they want to be rather than someone who they can get to know. They aren't interested in learning from their mistakes or taking accountability for them. Inauthentic people would prefer to stay in their box and be who they think others want them to be rather than getting to know their true self. Number 5. Selfish. In most cases, someone who is selfish grew up in an environment where their emotional needs were unmet or overlooked. Their family may not have put importance on how they thought or felt. As a defense mechanism, they put themselves before everyone else. In other cases, they may have what we call only child syndrome. Growing up spoiled can easily result in self-centered tendencies. always expecting things to go their way and not taking others into consideration. These people lack empathy and pay no mind to how their own actions may affect those around them. They do not show weakness or vulnerability, cannot accept constructive criticism. They exaggerate their achievements and criticize others behind their back. Number 4. Jealousy. Jealousy generally refers to thoughts and feelings of inadequacy, fear, and concern over a relative lack of possessions or safety. It also consists of emotions such as anger, resentment, helplessness, or disgust. People who are jealous are prone to gossiping, often saying subtle or passive-aggressive things to your face and entirely berating you behind your back. They relentlessly boast about their own achievements and will try to take some kind of credit for yours. Those who are consumed by jealousy look at everything as a competition and will often try to demotivate their own friends in an attempt to make them feel inferior and themselves feel better. Number 3. Entitlement. A strong sense of entitlement is often the result of a spoiled child. Many people believe that when a child is given whatever they want without learning how to work towards earning something, they expect the same treatment in their adult lives. This is also exhibited in people with narcissistic and antisocial personality disorders, which are characterized by a sense of entitlement. Compromise is nearly impossible for these people, as they genuinely believe that they should have their way simply because of who they are. They only care about their own wants and needs, and think that they are more deserving than others. They take more than they give, and always find a way to assert their superiority. These people typically don't have many long-lasting friendships. Number 2. Controlling. Some people attempt to control other people or situations as a means of creating an internal feeling of safety. Oftentimes, this is a result of anxiety, as there is an overbearing belief that a loss of control will cause things to go wrong. In other cases, controlling behaviors are purely a form of asserting dominance, which makes it a form of abuse. These people may try to intimidate you, and you'll feel like you're walking on eggshells. They try to create distance between you, your other friends, and even your family. They will belittle their victims as a result of the intense jealousy they feel, but on the same note, may lavish the victim with gifts with the aim of making them totally dependent. They typically act like they have some kind of ownership over the person of interest. Number 1. Manipulative. Like the majority of other behaviors exhibited here, manipulation is learned. Many of these people grew up in an environment where they had a manipulative family dynamic. In their eyes, power, control, love, and affection are all attainable through manipulation. Their actions do not match their words as they undermine your perception of reality. They are cold, distant, and they withhold things if you don't do what they want. They will gaslight you when you confront them about something they did that caused you pain, telling you something that you did wrong in the past, leaving you to defend yourself and take the focus away from them. They will use your own words against you, twisting everything you say to benefit their own narrative of reality. Do you know someone who displays one or more of these traits? Or maybe you've learned something about yourself. Comment below with some of your experiences dealing with these top 10 toxic personality traits.